Welcome back into the channel, parking fans. In today's video, we're going to see a police officer illegally park in a handicap spot with a prisoner in the vehicle. Yeah, what's up guys? Today's video comes out of Jackson, Mississippi, and this officer is illegally parked in the handicap spot, but his excuse for doing so and who he had in the back of his car is an interesting one. Let's go take a look.
Spot reserved for people with disabilities, and most signs like this one clearly state handicap parking only. That's why the 16 WAPT viewer that sent us this photo of a Walthall County Sheriff's Deputy's patrol car plainly parked in a handicap parking spot raised eyebrows. The patrol car was parked outside of the Southwest Mississippi Regional Medical Center Thursday. The viewer did not want to be identified, but said if it were someone else, they would have gotten a ticket. The Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, allows qualified people with disabilities to have access to public parking spaces near the entrance of a building.
Yeah, you guys can see, if you've ever seen any of my videos or the other ones, exactly why those striped lines are important. You can see the ramp on the van. That's what their little diagram is going off of. And that is for the other vehicle to park in the other side of it to be able to get out that way as well. That's why we're not allowed to park in the spots or in the stripes.
Individual states are allowed to hand out the fines when it comes to these parking spaces. For instance, if you park here and you don't have a handicap parking placard or you block a handicap parking space in the state of Mississippi, you can be fined up to $200.
We called the Walthall County Sheriff's Department to find out who's accountable for their car being parked in a spot that's marked handicap.
I had an inmate in my jail that had to have hernia surgery that morning. The officer picked the inmate up, and when he got to the Southwest Regional Medical Center, he was riding around looking for a parking spot close to where you go in the emergency room.
The sheriff says the inmate was wearing shackles, and the deputy didn't want him to walk too far. That's when the sheriff says that deputy allegedly spotted a security guard.
Security guard told him to park right there, and it would be fine in that handicap spot.
But Sheriff, I mean, he should know better. It's a handicap spot. Couldn't he just park off to the side?
But I don't know that that's not a policy over at that hospital.
We asked Sheriff Breland if the deputy faced or will face a reprimand. He told us it's a personnel matter, but he said it won't happen again.
Hey, so why didn't he go up to the medical drop-off? Why isn't there like a pull around, like a place where you can drop off the patients? Now I understand this was a prisoner, so the officer might have to be with him, but I would assume that the officer could pull up into that overhang, that drop-off section, park, you know, where you drive around to the entrance doors where you would bring a patient in, you know, like valet kind of, but it's a medical center. Get out with the prisoner, walk them into the medical center and secure them inside, and then go out and take his car and park it somewhere else. It's possible the officer wasn't allowed to leave the prisoner's side even inside of the medical center, but at some point it said the prisoner was having hernia surgery, so he's going to be alone at some point with just the medical professionals. I think there's kind of procedures for that, or maybe the officer should have brought a secondary officer with him. Maybe they should have 2 officers. One could get out, escort the prisoner in. The other one goes and parks. We don't know the policies. But then the sheriff says that he doesn't know if it's not a policy there. Maybe it's okay and it's perfectly fine. And the security guard said it's fine. And then he says, oh, it won't happen again. In other words, yeah, we messed up, but we're just not going to openly admit it. Unbelievable.
In Walthall County, Tammy Eswick, 16 WAPT News.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the end of that one. And they know what they did was wrong. 9 times out of 10, 99 out of 100, they know what they did was not right, and they just come up with any old explanation. We don't even know if they had a prisoner. Who knows? And if they did, there was probably a way around not parking in the handicap spot to take the prisoner inside. Either a pull-up, a drop-off, a proper procedure. Who knows? But just another one out of Jackson, Mississippi there. Police officers parking in what they deem as the most efficient way to get their job done, and who cares about anyone else, including ADA or disabled people. Doesn't matter, right? They're not important. Okay. Thanks for watching the video. Hit the thumbs up, turn it blue, make that algorithm go bang, 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 and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. And I'll be back with you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful night.